Hi, I'm Esther for those who I haven't met yet. Lovely to meet you. Wow, this is terrifying. I mean, having this mic in front of my face and you in front of my face. What a shit show these last 2 years were, huh? You know, as all students, I had to learn through online school, which was fun for like a day. And then it just kind of started getting... But I found out one thing that will advance me in my career, push me forward, help me in life. I suck at math. And I always knew I wasn't sort of like the brightest star in math, but what I lacked in math, I made up for it with my incredible charisma. But with a turned off microphone and a turned off camera, there isn't much room for irresistible charm and a perfectly framed face. But okay, the thing about math is that no matter how many tears you soak into that one godforsaken paper of equations, which you have been working on for 5 hours, is due in 30 minutes, and you're hyperventilating because you can't get around this one equation, and you've always been told to skip ahead, but then it will mess up your perfectly alphabetical order of everything. The thing about math is, you will always be wrong. And it doesn't matter if you got the correct result, you're wrong somewhere. Did you come up with a new, faster, more efficient, and easier way of solving this? Oh, that's cute. But according to math laws, we will have to burn you at the stake. Honestly, what is it with math teachers and being so confusing? In general, they could be like, okay, some of these tests were very nice, some were a little below that, some were not so nice. What kind of math riddle is that? Am I supposed to find X? Is X hiding? Should I notify the police that X is missing? X could be dead in a ditch somewhere for all I could care. A girl can dream. You know, but teachers are still people. Sometimes they have a rough day, they just kind of want to float through the curriculum, but then you start to lose focus. And my favorite instances of this are when, number one, my classmates started extensively searching for the name of a telenovela that his grandma watches in math class, and he asked the teacher. It was Esmeralda, for those who are curious. Pretty good show, recommend it, 10 out of 10. Number two, when my classmate, who is a god at math, started verbally assaulting a character in a math problem, and he said, I quote, "That bitch got 2 of them cups." And I think that that's way better left without any context. And number three, I was sitting next to my classmate in French class. He pulled out 2 lighters, conjoined the flame, started burning the metal rod from underneath the table. It smelled like a garbage dump. I was scared my hair was going to get burned off. And or that I was going to look like I stuck a fork into a socket. But I still don't think you're really getting me, so we're gonna do a thought experiment. A fun thought experiment, might I add. A math motion problem. Is this the way that you imagine spending your Friday night, yes or yes? I'm going to need a volunteer. Anyone? Ben. That's my brother. Tell me your name. Ben. Go sit back down.
This is her night.
No, the only thing that I need from my volunteers, there's going to be another one, don't worry, is their name. So Ben, you, in this problem, are buff. I'm talking peak Olympic form. You have 5 steps, which I'm pretty sure aren't even medically possible. You don't eat, you gulp down protein shakes all day, baby, and you're like the toughest guy at the gym who has to mansplain anything to a woman in a 20-mile radius. Okay, another volunteer.
Jimmy,
Jimmy, don't take this the wrong way. I am using your name for a fictional math problem. It's not that bad. Okay? Okay. Jimmy, you're weak. You're the type of person to take one step forward and complain about knee pain. The type of person to postpone their chiropractor just so they can whine longer about their unbearable back pain, which they probably got out of their 2x2 office cubicle. Speaking of their workplace, everybody at work hates him. Why? Because he never refills the coffee pot. And when the toilet paper starts running out, I gotta prepare myself for this one, hold on. You do the worst thing you can do. You leave that one tiny ass square of paper on the road because you're too lazy to change it. Yeah, I said it. Okay, so we've got Ben and we've got Jimmy, right? Ben's the tough one, Jimmy's the... Okay, so I believe that there's 3 main points to a math problem, okay? Let's go over them so we're on the same page. Number 1, you need a really weird place for your characters to go to. Really weird. Number 2, you need a really obscure mean of transport for them to go there. Unicycles, bikes, strikes, double bikes, you name it. Number 3, the catastrophe. Okay, so at 5 a.m. in the morning, the higher math power decided that Jimmy should go and fetch some super cool weight loss vegetables from the local's hipsters farmer's market for his friend, Ben. So he gets up, he goes onto his unicycle, which was invented by his great-grandfather, to combat joint pain, because it runs in the family, and we have a story now. So he gets onto his unicycle and goes away. Ben wakes up. Everything's fine. Everything's normal. He makes breakfast. Nothing is out of the ordinary. But then he notices the scarf. Jimmy had left his scarf back at home. Oh my God. Call the police. This is a threat that we need to solve. Get into your shelters. Notify everyone. This is serious, okay? This is bad. Bad. Sorry. That's just kind of how my mind goes whenever I realize what stupid reason they need to convince me that this problem is the one thing that my life depends on. Okay, anyways, Ben goes out, gets into his 2011 Peel Triton car, which, number 1, is the first car that pops up when you search in Google for weird cars. Number 2 is also a car that looks very similar to the hit character Lightning McQueen from Cars on very heavy drugs. It's a cool car. Okay, so now we've got the problem set up, right? Jimmy has a lovely head start of about 10.5 meters. And now the question is, when does Ben reach Jimmy to return his loved scarf? Because I'm such a genius, I've calculated it beforehand, and the answer is, nobody cares. So good night. And remember, if you ever meet a mathematician, you beg for forgiveness. And it doesn't matter if you didn't do anything. You hope that they can forgive you.
Yeah, maths. It's not really a subject, it's a punishment, right?
Yeah.